right, T-Fam, what's up? How you doing? It's a new week. It's a great day. We are all having a wonderful and amazing year right here. And today we bring to you, let me calm down so that we don't shout to everyone. This one is a very, very crucial topic, all right? Drug and substance abuse. Today we did not bring experts, so it's not like they're using drugs, but me, I'm suspecting some of them because these are experts. You know how it is, all right? Like I told you the last time, and every time, all right? They have experience in one way or the other related, being passively or actively, all right? They've had experiences on all these issues. So for today, we'll be talking about substance and drug abuse, how much it has eaten our people, all right? So don't you go nowhere, T-Fam. Stay with us and learn. Yes, sir.
There has been a canon on the loose. It is spreading like a pandemic, killing our young adults and teens. There is this theory that is called the 80-20 theory that was propounded by an Italian called Vilfredo Pareto. And then the theory goes like this. Get the name. Vilfredo Pareto.
Pareto?
Yes, Pareto. And the theory goes like this.
Okay.
He says that for many situations or for many happenings that happen, 80% of the effects are caused from 20% of the causes. Now, this loose canon is drug and substance abuse. And what baffles me most is in our society today, the ladies are more into drugs these days. And then the society is even shying away from the fact that ladies are into drugs. And then they paint it all on the men. That, men are into drugs.
I don't understand the ladies. You want to say, okay, based on your
Here we go again. Here we go
ladies
again.
are 80% and then guys are 20%.
No.
Here we go again.
Who uses, what are you saying exactly
Now,
in plain terms?
Okay, in plain terms.
Yeah.
He's saying
In plain terms. The point I want to establish here is this. Ladies are using these drugs so heavily, and then but the society or the community
it's like a male problem.
You understand? Is seeing it like it is only the male that do drugs, while there are real drug pushers
amongst the female population.
among the female population.
Okay.
Yeah, true. Okay, I want to say in situations like this, in things like this, when the females, when they get into it, they actually tend to do it in they actually tend to do it more, like excessively. Do you understand?
Yes.
But it still remains that in every 10 guys you see, like 6 are doing drugs. In every 10 females,
not all the
like
drugs.
2
No,
are
not
doing
all.
drugs.
No,
But there must be
all the
one
drugs?
drug. It mustn't be all the drugs, yes. But when we are talking statistically, guys do drugs more than ladies. That's why it's a guy problem.
Okay.
And then if you even see the ladies that actually do drugs, it's guys that are leading them into the drugs.
Okay, so ladies have not led guys to drugs.
Here we go again.
In
Ladies
most
are
cases,
not
no.
led guys.
In most cases,
No,
no.
but few.
In most
Ladies
cases.
don't lead.
Okay.
Ladies
See,
hardly
let me
do
tell you,
drugs.
let me
Even
tell you.
alcohol.
What if I tell you?
Alcohol, substance abuse,
Wait.
yes. And then when you
What if I
see
tell you the person that taught me how to drink alcohol is a lady?
Bravo.
in
I
very
thought you
few
were
so proud of
cases,
her.
You get the point.
That taught you
in very few cases.
Introduce me. Either way, I learned it.
That is one out. What I'm trying to say, that is 1 out of 100. That is 1 out of 100. Yes.
You
Okay.
said out of 10 men, 6, I'm trying to tell you out of 15 of my friends, 15 men. None of us used. So this your.
You can't use. We are not using that
I don't
population.
know.
When we are using the
Now,
general
see.
population,
general?
yes, when we are using the
general
general, men
population.
do drugs
So
more
if me and
than
my friends are
females.
moving, 10 of us.
Well,
When it even comes to sexual enhancers, men,
When it comes to drugs,
alcohol, men. Normal drugs, marijuana,
See,
cocaine,
these
men.
days,
Who
let me tell you.
traffics
Thieves,
drugs more?
men.
See,
Men.
let me tell you
When
something.
it comes to
let me tell you
stealing,
something.
men.
Okay, you
Where,
guys should
where's
calm
this one
down.
coming from?
Wait.
everywhere. No, he brought about women.
See,
let's
Logret, calm down.
let's
calm
not
down,
make
let me tell you
this-
I'm
something.
down.
Logri,
I'm not-
let's
Cough
not make
syrup.
this in a man
See,
versus
cough
man
syrup
thing.
as
He
a
brought
drug.
it.
Let's make it a societal problem.
Cough syrup as a
fine.
drug.
It's not a problem,
It's a
but what we're
societal
trying to say
problem.
is
He
that
said
it's the
women.
men. It's
Yes.
the men that they are
said
the
women.
starters
Okay,
and
hello.
everything.
Starters.
Yes.
Let me
Of
tell you.
drugs.
Let me
Men
tell
Because
you.
of
mention of
Pablo.
women
Food
first.
traffic.
See, I made mention of
It's not
women.
because of
Yes.
Pablo.
You
Because
Because of
understand?
Pablo.
I made mention of women. You understand?
That's where you have the
Now we are
problem.
trying to treat a problem.
Okay.
We are trying
Ah.
to treat a problem.
Let's
You get the
establish your
point.
establishment.
Yes.
And then the problem is this. the community is shying away. How many women or how many ladies are being harassed of using drugs
Okay, by our
law enforcement?
Yes.
Because there are
And
few,
then, you
there are
understand me?
very few.
See, now that is
very,
where
very few. Just
the problem,
a minute
that is where the problem
number.
comes from.
Okay.
A lot of ladies,
A lot.
a lot. When I mean a lot,
What
are
research is
drug
that?
pushers.
What research
See,
is that?
okay, according
A
to
lot of
research,
ladies
You have-
are
you have-
drug
what
pushers.
research? You have
Who
that
puts
statistics.
them? Who
What-
puts
what
them
research?
as drug
No, nobody-
pushers?
you can-
Fine,
no, no,
if
no.
you want to say
Don't talk about
it's
who
a
on the
men,
internet.
It's
You can
just
Google it on the
a
internet.
men.
cough syrup,
Come
syrup
on.
as a drug.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Google it and see. Majority of the people,
That
majority
push it.
of the people that abuse cough syrup are the ladies.
Do we
You
have
know,
that
I can
statistics?
actually go on Google and go and drop that. It's not
No,
true.
see.
It's not true.
See,
Okay.
when you check it,
Why you say it's
when you
not
go,
true?
Sorry, when
See,
you go to a
have
place
you done your own
that's
research?
Yes,
Have you
I
been to a
have. I
jungle
actually
before?
have.
Have you been
What?
to a jungle
Have you done the
before?
research?
We cannot
Yes,
jungle.
I
Have
want
you done the research
especially
about
on
cough syrup?
syrup. Yes.
So who are the people
So you
that use it the
understand?
more?
Why
Guys.
we don't understand?
You
So
understand?
our
because
research
if
is
you
not
go to
telling
a
you.
jungle,
Easiest drug.
Mesh, have you been to a jungle before where they smoke
Jungle?
weed? Yes.
Yes, now.
Where they smoke weed. So
Yeah.
out of the 20 guys that are smoking weed, how many ladies are there?
Exactly.
Ladies choke.
You're jungle. You're jungle. You're jungle.
No.
They choke.
No, I disagree
See,
with that.
I'm not trying to
I've
be
never been to a
sentimental,
jungle.
but ladies choke. You understand
I
the point?
disagree
I'm not
with
trying
that.
to be sentimental, but
Okay.
ladies choke. Well, that one aside, but my main point is this. You understand? The 80-20 principle that I made mention of.
It's not about
Bounce-
men and women.
It boils back to the government's role on this. You
Yes.
understand? Have you guys observed when a drug addict is being arrested by the Drug Enforcement Agency? When they catch these people, instead of taking them to rehabilitation homes and then giving them the necessary treatment to help them walk or fight these things, you
Mhm,
understand? They
mhm.
detain them.
Mhm.
You understand? And then when they come back to these jungles and then these shanks, and they meet their fellow users, you know that they are being celebrated, they are being seen as heroes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Nelson
So
Mandela.
at the end of the day, what are you trying to do as a government? If you are celebrating one would like to have that experience.
Mhm.
You understand? And they want to
Is it,
expand.
is it the government that's celebrating them?
See, no, their fellow users are celebrating them after.
So you're
You understand?
blaming the
I
government.
blame the
That's why I
government
tell
on
you.
that.
That's why I tell you. From 80% of the effects,
Because the
20%
problem is-
of the causes. You understand? Lead to the effect.
Are you blaming
You
the
understand?
government on this?
Yes. See, me, I came from a psychological perspective,
Okay.
background, whereby we believe, see, every soul is precious to a psychologist
Yeah.
because we tend to study human behavior and mental processes.
Okay.
So,
That is our job.
Okay.
And then we don't,
Mesh,
drug abuse, you understand?
Mhm.
Sorry.
Mesh, blaming the government seriously on this is wrong.
I blame the government in their way of tackling drug-related issues,
Okay.
drug and substance.
I want you to learn. I
You
want to
understand the point?
something.
Because in foreign countries, they don't do this. When they catch a user, they take them straight to the rehabilitation center. You understand? And then they try to seek help.
In developed countries.
You understand? Why can't we
We
be
can do
developed
it.
today?
I
You
think we can
understand?
do
Why
it.
can't we be developed?
No, we can do it.
We are not.
When we come
we
to
are
Nigeria
we're
now,
in the process.
you see
We're
what
in the
when a
development.
user
It's not
is
about-
Not that we cannot
they
do
take
it.
It doesn't take a
See,
developed
they
country
take him
to do this kind of stuff.
See, it doesn't take.
It takes an
it just
intentional country.
take- Thank you. It's
If you are
intentional.
not developed,
Why will you
corruption?
see, today?
We're not
today,
intentional
If I know that, if
about
I know
our
that, if I know
citizens.
that the only thing I have to do,
I don't think you
Ba,
blame the
is
government on
just to
this.
get the only thing the government can do to me is just to get me arrested, and at the
Mhm.
end of the day, it's either I'll pay, look for bail, or I'll serve some time and then I'll be
Yes.
released. Do you know? As a user,
Mhm.
there's this what we call relapse. You understand?
Yes.
Relapse.
You
After
go
you
back.
understand, you
Yes.
go back.
After being sober for a
You
while.
understand? After
Okay.
being sober for a while, you keep the person there, and then he is coming back to associate with his fellow people.
Mhm.
You understand? They see him as a champ. They will hail him as a hero. Baba, you go this place, Omo, he's soft too.
Hmm.
See, the kind of stories and experiences you come and share to his people.
Okay.
You understand? We will make them to want to. You know, these people, they don't reason the
Mesh,
way we
don't
reason.
blame
Let
the
me cut
government
you,
on
Mash.
You understand? They
Okay.
don't
Let
reason
me
the way
cut you.
Okay, please cut
At
me.
this extent, yes. Number one, I want to say like three things.
Okay.
Yes, you're blaming the government, right?
Yes.
So in a situation where our government, they are not doing what they are supposed to do
Do.
because of this person,
Yes.
what next do we do? Okay, that's one.
One.
Two, you said something about these people going to rehabilitation centers and then they come back and then still relapse.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
In a situation where the government take these people to rehabilitation centers and then they come back and they still, what do you want the government to do? Because it's more like they are wasting resources on that particular person. And then before three, yes, three now. What leads to the drug abuse? First of all, let's not even talk about the government rehabilitating the person or even parents trying. What exactly leads to the drug abuse?
Now, first of all, I'll start answering from your three. I'll start answering from three.
Three is the foundation of this conversation.
See, I'll start answering from three. First of all, what leads to drug abuse is peer pressure. To me, that's one of the
major factors.
The major factor that leads to drug abuse. Okay. Peer pressure. Environmental, family factors also contribute, because we have had cases of children who grew up in a family where the father
or the mother,
or the mother. You understand? The mother. I've seen mothers who breastfeed and then they still take alcohol.
Yes,
you understand?
The father, the mother is a user.
See,
they have to add
he can pass it.
Is the mother abusing the alcohol?
See, let me tell you. And then that situation of a mother drinking. Can you hear me?
Is she abusing the alcohol?
That situation of a mother drinking and then breastfeeding, she can also pass it genetically to the baby.
And it becomes dormant
automatically.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's a matter of fact.
Seriously, your theory is just
because
it's not theory.
So let's not even talk about scenarios that are scarce. Because yes, those scenarios are scarce.
Yes.
You understand? Talk about the popular drugs that we know: weed, cocaine,
that's what I was talking about.
Alcohol is not popular.
Alcohol is popular, but in this case, in this scenario that you are using it, do you understand? Calm down.
Okay.
I know
abuse of alcohol is not that high compared to abuse of weed and other drugs.
Yes, because
especially the damage alcohol does to the cell.
As we are talking right now,
about
alcohol, but not in this setting, not mostly in this setting that you're giving an example. Mostly in the setting of where men are gathered and they are drinking their problems away.
And then a mother is drinking and breastfeeding. Why is it always the woman?
The second question you ask.
I wonder.
Because it is the mother that have you ever seen a man breastfeeding?
Okay, let's go back.
Why is he using that example? Because that example is that scenario is very, very
we're talking about family.
We are talking about
family.
We are talking about
alcohol.
What's the popular scenario that people abuse alcohol?
Now the second question you ask.
Exactly.
So if a mother is drinking one bottle of beer and then that means she's abusing. She's going
to use. You're using the substance
to do what?
You guys are not getting
if she takes a bottle of alcohol today, so it's going to genetically transfer to the baby.
It's going to become what? An abuse?
No.
Just because
I don't see it's an abuse.
No, he said
deviating. We are not taking. See, you guys are deviating. We are not talking of taking alcohol. We are talking of abusing alcohol.
That's what I'm saying. That example that you're giving, you're not supposed to give, because that's not a popular. No, that is not a popular scenario of where people mostly abuse alcohol as a substance. The popular scenario is in the bar. Leave
beer parlor,
in the beer parlor, yes. Leave
don't say bar like that.
Scenario.
You're entering some places.
Leave the scenario of a breastfeeding mom, because that is in very rare
cases that you see.
Very rare cases.
Do you know what mothers undergo?
Because even once they start antenatal, they'll tell them to stop taking all those things.
A real life scenario. Okay. See a real life scenario that has happened to me. It has happened to me. There was a time we were with friends, seated with friends in a bar. In a beer parlor. So we were seated with friends, you understand? And then we're just having
some drinks.
We were just catching up on some drinks. You get the point?
Wait, were you abusing them?
We're not abusing them. We're drinking responsibly.
Wow. Yours is responsibly.
Yes. And
that's
then,
good.
do you know what? A woman came to us. She was backing the baby. You understand? She was already drunk. You could see that she's an addict.
Yes.
In fact, I recorded the audio.
She's an addict.
I recorded the audio on my phone. What was happening? I recorded everything.
Okay.
I almost shedded tears that day. She was using the baby because she couldn't help herself. She was still breastfeeding this baby. Do you know what she would do? She would bring the baby and say, "She's hungry. Please give her money." and immediately you give that baby money, do you know what she will go and do with the baby?
She'll go
She will go and buy alcohol and still drink. And then when that baby cries, she
keep the
will still
spirit
breastfeed
moving.
that
Now,
baby.
Mash,
You
if
understand?
how
These are
many
cases.
cases? Yes,
How many
those are
cases
cases.
that
I'm
are
not
possible
disputing
that it
the
can be-
fact that those are cases.
I don't
You
think she's
understand?
arguing
Yes.
the possibility. She's
Yes,
arguing.
but I'm just saying you
many?
see that once in a blue moon. Do you understand?
Very
But
rare
then
cases.
let me just say, every weekend you go to the beer parlor and you see men abusing
Agree.
alcohol.
And then being
Do you
drunk,
understand?
being drunk is different from being abusive.
Okay.
You can be drunk. You can't say you drink. Haven't you ever gotten drunk?
Hey. When you
And
are
then there's
drunk,
another
I
thing.
want to-
There's
I
another
want to
thing I
understand
want
what
to
do you
even
mean?
state.
Haven't you ever gotten drunk for once?
You
Because
asked me a
being drunk
question.
is
I'm waiting
different
for his
from being
answer.
being
abusive.
drunk,
What is the cause
being
of
drunk has already
drug
abused
abuse?
it.
For that day, for that
see,
particular day.
abuse doesn't
Have
mean
you ever been
physical.
drunk? Have you ever been
I've
drunk?
been drunk before.
So did you abuse it?
Yes, obviously.
For that day.
Yes.
Obviously.
For that minute.
I think in this context we should be talking about
Being
people
drunk
that
doesn't
are,
mean being
people that-
aggressive
people
or
that
being
are-
violent.
People that are actually
When you
into
take it
alcohol, people
beyond
that
your
cannot
limits.
do without alcohol.
All right, man, I'm shocked. Yeah, T-Fam, I'm shocked. It's the first time I'm hearing that females abuse drugs more than the male. I don't know. They're the experts, so we'll just let them have that one. But for me, I don't know if my opinion counts. Anyways, T-Fam, you heard all of them. You heard what they've got to say. Pick it up, learn from it, and as usual, stick to Tonac TV, stick to the Word Lounge, and we'll bring you more.